Hello students, welcome you all in a 100-day series of a free bug hunting class. This is day number 6. Today we are going to discuss about Intruder tab in the Burp Suite. This is a very important video where we will be discussing how we use Intruder, what is the primary working of an Intruder, and how to implement it in order to test any website for a brute force or different type of activity. Make sure that this will be a 100-day series. If you wanted to get a free bug hunting certificate also, so please make sure that from day number 1, please mark your attendance. Whenever you join the class, attend the video, in the comment section you have to write down your name as well as present, so that in the end of the series I will just count all the present and I will issue a free bug hunting certificate for you. Okay, so without wasting time, let's get started. So this is a very important feature. First of all, we will understand how the logic of the intruder works, and then we will perform some practical. So first of all, I will just take an example. We will check the feature. So in your website you have a feature of a login. In the login, basically you have your username and a password. This is your username and a password. Maybe you know the username, that must be your email ID. Okay, you know the email ID. Now you wanted to guess the password. So for this, basically we do brute force technique, brute force or dictionary attack, rule based attack. Multiple type of attacks are there. So in a brute force, you have the already username. Now you try each and every combination of a password. So maybe you have a list of a password, a common guessable password, like your password can be a password also. It can be a pass123, pass123. In this way you have multiple list of a multiple password. So now manually if you tries to implement and try to insert each and every password, it is not feasible. So we need some automatic way to perform this particular task. So here Intruder plays a very important role. Intruder will automate your task. Now this is not only for the login, but wherever you wanted to insert the data and see the response, there you can use it. So let's suppose if you have a list of different type of payloads like SQL injection, maybe HTML injection, or maybe if you wanted to down the website feature, when you send a multiple request on a web server, it will down the server as well. So there are multiple impact of using a intruder. So right now we are going to talk about the like how we can do a brute force by making use of an intruder. Okay, so the first thing that you have to do, first of all, you have to identify the request where you have to do the brute force. Okay, so first of all, I will just open this proxy. There is a browser option. I will just open this browser, so that with this browser, if I will send a request, it directly capture the request here in the HTTP only. We don't need to do any configuration like to set up a proxy or adding any add-on into the browser, because that makes your system more vulnerable when you add any third-party browser, third-party add-ons. Okay, so once you click on start, it will take some time to load the browser. Now this is a dummy website that we are going to use into our upcoming classes. Not only this, but there are multiple labs that we are going to use, so don't worry about it, that which lab we are going to use. This is the first example that we are taking. Now there is a sign in feature. Now, like when you study about any of the Burp Suite feature, do not make it as a default one. Okay, always we have to try different techniques, because when you are doing a bug hunting, there is not a fixed way through which you can find out a bugs. There can be different type of use cases. We will discuss about it in our upcoming videos when we are going to hunt the bugs on the website, where we will find out different use cases. Same goes here also. Like right now we are doing it for the sign in. It doesn't matter, like it's not only the feature where you can implement a intruder and brute force attack, but in place of this you can use a search as well to down the website, because it directly make an interaction with the database sometime. Okay, you can also use this feature on the feedback as well to submit multiple forms. That's why in the forms, in the login pages, we use captcha, so that we can stop the attacker in sending multiple requests on these forms, because this is very much important from the business point of view, because you are going to collect the queries from your user part. Now let's suppose if the attackers generated 10,000 requests in your database, Now it is very difficult for you to identify which one is correct and which one is a genuine lead. Getting a point? So these features should be protected with the captcha. Okay, so now let's click on a sign in. Now when I click on a sign in, it will ask me the username and a password. So what I will do, I will just type admin as a username. Okay, and I will just type any random password, not a fixed one, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, something like that. Just enter any password. Might be possible you do not know the username and a password both, then also this particular feature you can use it. Okay, now when I click on a login, it says that your username and a password is incorrect. I know the username is correct, but password is incorrect, so I'm getting this error. So what you have to do now, you have to switch back to the Burp Suite, go back in the proxy tab. Under the proxy tab you will see this HTTP history. Okay, now what you have to do, go in a HTTP history and search for the post request. Here you can see post method is there. Post method generally like if you wanted to transfer any data from client side to the server side, especially data which you do not want to display it here in the URL, then we use post method. Now what is this post method? Where this data is, like we used to send the post method data into the body part. All these we have discussed in the previous video. If you are directly coming onto this video, I request you to please start from day one, because there are multiple concepts that we have discussed it over there. Okay, so please start with day one, but don't worry, please watch this video, and then once you complete this video, then start from a day one. Okay, now here you can see in the post, when you go down in the request body part, you are able to see the username and a password. Okay, so now as we need to select this password, either what you can do, just don't select anything, just click on the blank space, right click, and there is an option to send this request in the Intruder. Okay, so now what you have to do is please click on send to Intruder. So when you click on send to Intruder, or automatically you can see Intruders, you will see a dot over the Intruder. It means the request has successfully sent and transferred into the Intruder part. Now here you can see we have this request. Now there is no response right now, because we are going to generate a payload over here. Now here you can see this is the feature of this software. The first thing that we have to tell to this software, that in this request where you have to do a brute force means sending multiple combination of a password again and again to that specific parameter and that value, so that it will guess the right one. So it's just like that, you manually go on the website, enter username as an admin, and try different combination of a password, like password 1 2 3 anything. Okay, so you are doing it manually, it's gonna take longer time to implement 10,000 password, but we can do it by making use of the Intruder tab. So the first thing that we have to do is to tell this software where you have to implement a brute force. So as you can see, the password is there. So in the password value, you have to select 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I have selected this. Now there is an option add. Might be possible somehow you have selected some previous, like in the previous request in the HTTP history, you have selected some of the parameters. So make sure first click on the clear, so that nothing is selected now. Now we have selected this particular area and click on add. Once you click on add, you will see this particular sign. Okay, so that means this particular parameter is selected. Now your software know where to do a brute force. Now what payload you need to use, which type of a payload you need to enter it over here. So we have different type of a payload option. Either you can add a simple list, or it's a runtime file, it automatically generates and directly put it over there. So there are multiple things. If it is a number, you can put a number as well. Okay, and date, brute forcer, there are multiple things are there. So right now we are going to select a simple list. Now either just you have to go on a internet, download some popular well-known password file and paste it over here, or either you can create your own file as well. I will just show you from where you can just download this as well. Okay, don't worry about it, I will just show you one rocku.txt. This is a very well-known password list, GitHub. You can get it over the internet. Okay, so make sure that you can download this particular file, but don't open this file, it will hang your system. Okay, because it's a huge combination. So directly you can just download it and then you can directly upload it. Make sure that in the community edition it will send the request in a very slow manner. Here you can see, but when you use professional version, you can the request will be much more faster. From here you can download this. Okay, now from here you can download this file and you can just upload that file over there. But yeah, now here you can see, from here add to a list. So right now we don't have any options because it is available in a pro. Don't worry about it. So what we have to do, we have to create our own password list. Okay, so let's suppose test, my name is Tapan. One second, I think I've put a space over here. No issues. Okay, test Tapan, so Kumar. Okay, then hacker, password, then 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, something like that, admin, then blah blah, something like that. Okay, so in this way you create a list of a password. See, the primary purpose of to use this feature is not to down the website, because if you like on the live website, when you are trying to use this particular feature, most of the website or in the bug bounty program, you can see the automated scans are disabled just because of it. Because when you tries to put attack on the website, maybe through the intruder, through the DOS attack, it simply down the server, because at the same time multiple security researchers are trying to test that website. If you do such kind of attacks, then it will down the website. So make sure what you have to do, you have to upload a list of a file which can be around 30 to 40. Okay, in between of it, after 20, enter the correct password and then wrong password, so that you can make sure that your software is capable in identifying the correct password. Your website is not able to stop your brute force attack. That thing you have to identify over here. Now there are multiple other options that we will discuss it when we go with the testing on the live website. Okay, after adding all those password, so what you have to do, click on a start attack. Once you click on a start attack, you will see, okay, it says that there is a restriction because you are using a demo version. No worries. Now here you can see it has start sending a request. Just I click on one request, you can see what it is sending. Here you can see in the password is send a test. Okay, and in the response you can see the location is login.jsp. That means once you enter this username password, it takes you to the login page, which means the password is not correct. In this way you can easily identify. Okay, in the same way, when you go down, response received and the length, you can see the length is 126. So let's check if the length is somewhere changed, or maybe the location might be somewhere changed. Okay, so here you can see the length is changed over here at admin. So when I click on 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, when you scroll down, you can see that it enter this as a password, and we are able to, in the response we are able to see login.jsp. that means this password is not correct. But when I click on the admin part, you can see when we have entered admin as a password, so in the response you can see a cookies is generated, and you have reached to the bank/main.jsp. that means, as you can see, when you enter the correct username and password, server will send you a cookies. Okay, so that with the help of that cookie, you are able to access the internal pages of the website. So it means this is a correct password. That's why we are able to get the cookies from the server. Okay, so this is how you can, now we got the username and password. What we will do, we'll just go here and just try. So as whatever request that you will send it by using a Burp Suite, it directly reads to your browser. So it means if our Burp Suite identify the correct password, the session ID is already inserted into the browser. So when I click on my account, you can see I'm able to access the account. So that means the admin is the correct password. So what I will do, I will just click on sign off to make sure if it is a correct password or not, so that we can verify it as well. So now when I click on a sign in, I go here, type admin, and again I will just type admin as a password, click on login just to check if I'm able to get the correct password. Yes, I'm able to get the correct password by making use of a intruder. Now there are multiple other options are there. Right now I've used a sniper option, then battering ram is there, pitchfork, cluster bomb attacks are there. There are different type of types is there. So we will be using these different types in our upcoming classes, where we will be discussing about the vulnerability, how to exploit that vulnerability. We will also see some examples, some practicals, so that there we will be using it. Not only this, but there are a resource pool option is also there. This is one of the fantastic options where your application has a rate limiting issue. At that time you can create your own pool to send the request, and there should be a time frame that you can set, so that the server cannot understand it's a brute force attack or someone manually is sending this request. So there are multiple things that is there into the Burp Suite that we will be learning into this entire series of 100 day. If you are new, I request you, please subscribe this channel so that you will get this type of a content. This is a industry based content because I am also a penetration tester, doing testing from the last 16 years. So it will be very much beneficial for you to learn those things that we do in the industry. Okay, so please don't forget to hit the like button, because this is really important to boost our morale. Okay, so and also if you have any question in the video, request you to please comment down, okay, so that I will answer each one of your question from the comment section. Also, if you wanted to do some one-to-one course with us, I will attach a form, inquiry form here in the comment section. You can fill that form so that you can do one-to-one course, cybersecurity, penetration testing, cybersecurity with AI with us. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.